Strange Tales. The epic battle which you demanded. The Human Torch versus the mighty Submariner. Facing each other in a breathtaking saga of fire against water. This one is the big one. The Human Torch. Face to face with Prince Namor, the mighty Submariner. One day, when Johnny Storm comes home from school. Hey, what are you guys doing here? Who's minding the store? Wisecracks. All the time, wisecracks. Ain't you ever serious, Squirt? We were working on our notes for next month's Fantastic Four adventure. Sue was nice enough to type them up for us. The Master of Flame versus the Monarch of the Sea. Plot: Stan Lee. Script: Larry Leiber. Art: Dick Ayers. Lettering: Art Simek. Gee, you might have at least checked with me. You never let me in on anything important. Oh no. Let's not go into that again. Remember the trouble you caused us last month? Editor's note. See the threat of the Torrid Twosome in Strange Tales number 106. Aw, don't worry. I'm not gonna quit the combo. It's just that... what's the use? You guys just don't dig me. We'll talk about it some other time, Johnny. Yeah. See you around, hothead. Sure. To them, I'm just a kid. And they'll never treat me any differently unless I give them a reason to. I feel like doing something spectacular. Solve a big case by myself. Or catch a colorful villain single-handed. And then, as Johnny passes his sister's room, Sue still has that photo of the Submariner. It's nutty the way she's carrying a torch for that creep. Say, wait a sec. The Submariner. That's the answer. We never really handed him a decisive defeat. If I could take him on alone and lick him myself, it would be a real victory. Then Reed and the others would have to consider me an equal, and include me in on all their conferences. And boy, what a great battle that would be. Fire against water. Two of the world's basic elements. The more I think of it, the better it sounds. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fight Submariner. Today's Friday. I've no more school till Monday. Plenty of time to find old Fishface and shellac him. But I won't tell Sue. She'd only worry like a mother hen. Flame on! Johnny's going out again? Probably to spend more time at the garage customizing his auto. Oh well. Boys will be boys. Soaring out over the Atlantic, the torch heads for the general area that the Submariner is known to inhabit. But before he can reach it... Uh-oh. My flame's dying out. I can't fly any longer. I'll have to land on that ship below. Sure wish I had some way of telling how long my flame will last. Like an auto gas gauge. Made it. Just in time. Hey! We got us a stowaway. How long you been hiding aboard, son? I'm not a stowaway. I'm the Human Torch. My flame died out, and I just landed here to wait till I can flame on again. So you're the Torch, eh? Pleased to meet ya. I'm Santa Claus. Ho ho ho. You don't believe me, huh? But I am the Torch. Look at my costume. Anyone can wear fancy duds. I thought I've heard every line from stowaways, but I gotta admit, you came up with a new one. And so, Johnny is put to work, swabbing the deck. Man, if this don't beat all. Well, It's just till I regain my power to burn. Then I'll flame out of here before they know what happened. Looks like we're in for some fog, Captain. Aye. Sound the horn, and keep a sharp watch. The mist is as thick as pea soup. That it is. But we'll be fine so long as... Captain! We have a power failure! The spotlight and the horn! They've gone dead! Sailing through foggy waters without lights or a horn? It's dangerous, Captain. Aye. We'll need all our luck now. Don't worry. I can flame on again now. I'll give you light. Look, kid. This ain't no time for jokes. Who's joking? Flame on! Oh. He is the Human Torch. Well, I'll be. And we had a manicure in the deck. Forget it. Here. Watch this. He's creating fireballs. I'll keep them all around the ship till we're out of the fog. We're all lit up like a Christmas tree. There's no danger of a collision now. And by morning, the vessel is again sailing in clear waters. You fellas don't need me anymore. So I'm off. So long, Torch. We'll not be forgetting what you've done for us. Continuing on course, the Torch soon reaches the area of the Submariner's domain. Now I'll just let old Pointy Head know I'm here, looking for a scrap. Namor, Human Torch challenges you. I'll keep the message low enough to heat the water. That ought to attract Namor's attention. Flying fish? Careful, guys. Don't skitter too close to the flame. You'll burn your fins. But one of the flying fish does get slightly singed. And later, as it swims past the sea monarch, many fathoms below, it attracts his ever-watchful eyes. There's no way for a fish to have gotten burned down here. I better see what's happening on the surface. Rising from his domain, the Submariner soon sees the flaming gauntlet laid down by the Torch. Why, that insolent brat! If not for the way I feel about his sister, I'd make him rue the day he was born. But if I harm him, it will only grieve Sue. Go on home, Sonny, before you get hurt. This is Prince Namor you're fooling with, not some weak mortal human. And this is the Human Torch, not some crummy fish that you can boss around. Ow! Okay, hotshot. I gave you your chance. Now, sister or no sister, I'll beat you to a pulp. You forgot, Sonny. I do a fair bit of flying myself. Mister, I don't forget a thing. With Namor in pursuit, the Torch streaks toward a nearby iceberg. Here's where I make the hours I spent on my practice course pay off. I've learned to maneuver so well that I can avoid a collision at the last split second. While old Fishface can't turn in time. He's gonna be wearing an ice overcoat for a long time. But Namor has other resources, for he possesses the powers of all the creatures living beneath the sea. Must act fast. I'll enlarge myself as a puffer does. Editor's note. Puffers, also known as swellfishes, can inflate their bodies with air or water till they swell to 3 times their normal size. And the inflated form of the Submariner crashes into the iceberg, embedding itself deeply. I'm stuck fast in the ice. But now, all I have to do is exhale, and I'll deflate back down to my normal size again. Then, I'll be small enough to get out of this thing. Nuts! He got free. Well, I'm not finished with him yet. I won't quit till I've beaten him beyond any doubt. And now it's my turn. That flaming brat will soon learn that he's not the only one with tricks up his sleeve. This statue was used by my people ages ago, against their enemies from the surface lands. And this torn bit of asbestos will come in handy too. Now, Torch, you're about to learn what happens to humans who start something which they're not powerful enough to finish. As soon as Namor reaches the surface and exposes the ancient statue to the air and sunlight, it emits strange, quivering rays. Now what do you expect to do with that hunk of junk? Just watch and see, matchhead. And, as the shimmering waves of light sweep over the Human Torch, they affect him hypnotically, sapping his will, making him susceptible to any suggestion. You and I are friends, aren't we, Torch? You don't hate me. You like me, don't you? I like you. We are good friends. So if I come towards you, you won't fly away, will you? No, friend. I won't fly away. That's all I wanted to hear. His fists wrapped in asbestos to protect it from the flame, the mighty submariner hits the helpless Torch with the force of a pile driver. And the flaming firebrand falls into the sea, unconscious. The monarch of the sea then commandeers a passing porpoise. Come here, old pal. I've a job for you. I'll just tie Hotshot onto your back while he's still out. Then you can take him back to his own people. There. He'll be safe enough until you reach land. Head in that direction. He'll think twice before he ever challenges the Submariner again. But Namor underestimates the tenacity of youth. For minutes later, when Johnny regains consciousness, he tied me onto a fish. So he thinks I'm beaten, does he? Just wait till I get loose. Gotta be careful to ignite just those parts of me which are touching the seaweed. I don't want to burn this porpoise. He's not to blame for this. There. I'm free. And now, flame on! Enraged into a flaming fury, the Human Torch blazes back for another encounter with his foe. Okay, Fishface. That was your round. But the next one is gonna be mine. You should have quit while you could, Torch. Because Prince Namor never gives his enemies a second chance. The Submariner, using another of his fish-like powers, surrounds himself with electricity in the manner of an electric eel, as he leaps to meet the oncoming Torch. And then, two irresistible forces, colliding head-on with a shattering impact, can have only one result. Both combatants fall into the sea, stunned. But the same element that douses Torch's flame gives renewed vigor to the mighty Submariner. Although, when Prince Namor attempts to seize his foe... Yow! Too bad you didn't know that even when I can't flame, I can still be pretty hot. And now, because I wasn't submerged long enough to saturate my body too much, and because I keep my body heat high enough by sheer willpower, I can again flame on! There's only one way for me to win this fight. That's to increase the intensity of my flame until it matches the heat of an exploding sun. A supernova. It's mighty risky, but I've gotta try it. Before the Submariner's startled eyes, the Human Torch becomes an awesome inferno of hot flame. And then... Okay, Namor. This is it. Nothing you do can match the power of my supernova heat. And as the sea monarch dives, his enemy follows him, with a flame so hot that it evaporates the waters around it, forming an air pocket for the torch to breathe in. It takes everything I've got to achieve this heat. I can only keep it up for a couple of minutes, then my flame will go out. So if I don't conquer Namor before then, that's all, brother. In his frantic flight to escape the unbearable heat, Submariner dives down into the deepest regions of the subterranean world. But, no matter how far I descend, I can't lose him. And even at the ocean bottom, the fantastic chase does not end. He's burning into the floor of the sea. What's he up to now? Further and further into the bowels of the earth go the Submariner and his blazing pursuer. At last, I've got him where I want him, and where I'm gonna leave him. Then, as the torch turns around and soars up out of the tunnel he has created, the ocean floor once again closes upon itself, trapping the Submariner in its Stygian depths. I guess that'll prove once and for all who's the strongest. And now, I've got to reach the surface while I can. His luck is with Johnny, for by the time his flame has spent itself... Oh, just in time. Couldn't have held out any longer. Ahoy! A castaway! It's him again. The Human Torch. Looks like it's our chance to do him a good turn now. Hop to it, lads. Exhausted from his ordeal of fire, the Torch can only mutter incoherently as he's helped aboard. I beat him. I beat him. Beat him. What's he talking about? Search me. Likely as not, it's some private Fantastic Four business. Best for us not to pry, mates. Aye, Captain. Meanwhile, far beneath the ocean floor, a lone trapped figure considers his desperate plight. It will take all my strength, but it's my only chance to get out of here. My arms will be the drill, and my winged feet will provide the motion. Rotating with fantastic speed, the mighty Submariner starts burrowing through rock and sand. His steel-like muscles twisting and turning, his powerful hands boring through everything in their path. The monarch of the sea tunnels upward, upward. Tired, but can't stop. Must go on. Must. Until at last, he reaches the life-sustaining ocean waters. I'm free, but I've expended all my energy. Yet, I must rise to the surface and finish the battle, for I'll never let the Torch, or any human, defeat me. Never! But ironically, when Namor reaches the surface and doesn't see his foe in sight, his usually razor-sharp instincts come to the wrong conclusion. He's gone. He must have flown back to the continent. Well, in a way, I'm relieved. I realize now that the Torch has more power than I gave him credit for, and he's still just a teenager. What a mighty foe he will be when he reaches full maturity. Perhaps someday I'll persuade him to join forces with me. A union of fire and water. Between the two of us, we could defeat the Fantastic Four and hold the entire world in our grasp. But that nightmarish possibility will be a tale for another day. When Johnny arrives home, he's still weak and weary from his ordeal. Man, right now I couldn't care less how important I am to Reed and the others. I just want to hit the sack. and when Sue returns from an overnight visit with a girlfriend. Dozing in the middle of the day. I didn't know that monkeying around with hot rods could be so exhausting. Sister, you don't know the half of it. The end.